It's time for your mix of movers and shakers, of doers and makers. It's time for Funko Fun Chat.
Today's guest, you know him as Judomaster from the show Peacemaker. It's Nhut Lee.
Hello, my name is Nhut Lee. Nhut pronounced like Nathaniel or chicken nuggets. People would recognize me from Peacemaker. I played Judomaster. Want some?
Yeah.
I think I am sort of a cross between SpongeBob and Squidward. Some days you're like crazy and wild and like, you know, love everything, and then other days you're like, oh my God, it's just dragging on. I collect a lot of artwork, like fine arts, like paintings, photography. I used to draw my own comics and, you know, like paint. Like, I find it interesting because like I'll go to like a fine arts gallery and I'll see like an oil piece of a Mediterranean piece and I'm like, oh my God, why would anybody want to buy this?
Sure.
And then I go on vacation to like France or Italy and then I see these paintings again. I'm like, oh, this like reminds me of a time and a place that I visited. So I love seeing little things that are like somewhat meaningless to everyone else. I'm like, oh, I had such a great time at this place and I ate spaghetti and this is a painting of spaghetti. I'm like, I love it, I need to have it, you know? So I would say, because there's history, and I'm sure you know this, with Bane. In the OG comics, Bane sort of kills Judomaster by breaking his back.
Yep.
And it's unclear which iteration my Judomaster is, so I think it would be fun to have a little rematch. I feel like Bane, like you picture like a huge colossal guy, you know, and like I'm not huge. The costume is not comfortable. It's like the cow was like tucked into the costume, and so I'm like, trying to move, and I had like a stiff belt on already, like a skin tight suit, and we were shooting during COVID, and so the cowl like covered my ears, and so I had to wear a mask on top of that, so they made a whole contraption. So I'm sitting in my chair and all you can see are my eyes, and I'm like, I'm having so much fun. But like the material itself is pretty comfy. I think maybe the only thing I'd change about it is the belt. The belt just like, ugh. It's like a corset essentially.
Sure. And
trying to like do action scenes or fight in that is just really tough. I have an amazing stunt double, Derek Vizcarras, who does all the hardcore stunts. So thankful for him. He makes me look so good. But yeah, like all the fighting and stuff, I try to do myself. To not take things so personally, because I think as an actor or maybe anyone creative, like you sort of put yourself so much into your role or a painting or photography or whatever it is, and when that gets rejected, it somehow feels more personal. You know, maybe the casting director like had a terrible morning and he's like, oh, I hate everyone who's auditioning today.
Yeah.
You know, it could be something as simple as that, whereas like on the actor's end, I'm like, oh my God, like how was my performance? Did I like, you know, like all these things that you are out of your control. Do your best. That's all you can do, you know? So I knew my head was big, but seeing it like this is amazing. Like, insane. And like everyone else looks great too, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, I think you guys did such a great job. It's amazing. I think it's synonymous with Judomaster now is he's eating some flaming hot Cheetos. So maybe you guys could do a special edition of that.
Now that's a fun chat, but there's more. Check out these other interviews and more fun stuff on Funko Fun TV.